here are some takeaway pearls. You have to cultivate an enabling context for the effort. That means you know you're going to create chaos and disruption. That's what change is all about. People are going to be uncomfortable. So you have to manage that actively. That's the adaptive leadership part. Work on trust and credibility, and while giving people the technical know-how to be able to get the good results so that they'll be reinforced to do more. It helps to identify an external facilitator. You know, you can't be an expert in your own backyard, so it really does help to have an outside person sometimes who can come in, who's more neutral and can help moderate that. You can take one slice of a system when you're ready to implement and implement fully throughout that slice. The National Implementation Research Network calls that the transformation zone. I have an example of that on a slide from some work that we're doing in Pennsylvania. But what's great about that, the point of that is it's a small scale that touches all the layers for which it has to be successful, so that when you run into barriers and problems, you can troubleshoot it with a small number of students rather than a full district or, God forbid, a full state of children. So leaders have to be available for rapid response to issues. Things can't wait. When things don't go as planned and people are mad and people are upset, that is not the time to say we'll talk about it at our regularly scheduled meeting in 2 weeks. Can't work. So if you're committed to actually make the effort, you have to be able to be rapidly available to debrief, to troubleshoot, and to move forward. And to say, it didn't go well, it's going to go better next time, this is what we learned, this is what we're going to do differently. You know, one of the cardinal mistakes that places make, anybody bought a car in the last couple of years? Were you asked to fill out a survey? Yeah, were you asked to lie? Right. It's so stupid, but you're asked to fill out a survey, and they basically say, I need you to give me all fives. If there's any reason you can't give me all fives, I want you to tell me right now, because I really need you to give me all fives. And I'm like, well, do you want me to be honest, or you want me to give you all fives? I want you to give me all fives. I mean, really, that's the answer. But you know, people who do survey work, who are leaders, understand you should never ask for feedback unless you intend to get honest feedback and do something about it. You will do more harm than good if you send out a survey over SurveyMonkey that says, what did you like about this process, what worked, what didn't work, and then you don't make a change in response to that information. You're better off not asking. Don't ask. So that's a pearl. Outcomes-oriented frequent evaluation with a database to guide decisions and adjustments. So that's back to that program evaluation, which that second question was in the poll. You have to have data on use, you have to have data on effects, and you have to be willing to respond to it. So the purpose of a pilot, that's a wonderful quote from the National Implementation Research Network. I love their work. And then that's the graphic I told you I would show you. This is showing a slice. Is Pennsylvania here by any chance? Yay, Pennsylvania! Oh, I'm totally going to say nice things. How could I say anything not nice about Patton? I love Patton. Okay, so this is an example because I'm involved in a project there. They're using my math software. So this is the way they have set this up, which I think is really, really thoughtful and is taking a slice across all layers. And so what they have is they have the State Department here, the state leaders, the external trainers. These folks are making resource allocation decisions and they're monitoring. And then they have what they, by the way, PATN stands for the Pennsylvania Technical Training Assistance. Oh, other way, Training and Technical Assistance Network. And I think of them as the RTI arm for Pennsylvania. I hope that's okay for me to say that, but that's how I think of them, among other things that they do, right? And that's how I know them, of course, is through that. And so then there are PATN coaches. They have, for the thing that we're doing, they have 5 regional coaches, and these folks have to have a different skill set. So you can articulate what's the skill set that matters for these folks. They have to be truly technical experts of whatever the process is they're training. They have to have technical mastery of whatever the new model is. And then the way they're doing it is they have 15 schools that are spread across the regions, and so each school has a school team. And these folks are the ones who are actually going to engage in the effort. They're going to do math RTI for kids in K-8, for example. So what are the skills that matter here? They also have to demonstrate technical mastery of the new model. They're learning directly from these folks, okay? And then 1 grade per school is the way they're doing it, which is a genius way to do it, because when you run into barriers with RTI, it's generally at the school level. So it's easier to fix that with 1 grade before you spread to all the other grades. I mean, think about this in your own work. It makes a lot of sense, right? Once you've done it, you've gone all the way through one time, which can happen way faster than 1 year, you can spread to the other grades. That's just called smart scaling. But it is a smart way to scale up a new effort when you take a slice across all of the layers for which it matters.